Welcome back to another episode of Crusader Kings III. So, in the previous episode, which was in a different day actually, we actually had not that great episode because we had I believe we had two wars going on, and we basically had to tap out of, I think in retrospect, we would have lost, but we didn't have to tap out as early as we did. And the main reason why we lost this war to lower the crown authority, or why we knew it was a lost cause and we tapped out of it, to focus on getting back Zaragoza under our control instead of having it as an independent state that could be absorbed by the Dehunids, or I don't think the Hudids could take over anymore. I think these guys are pretty much gonna fall apart, especially if these guys, the Dehunids, which I've been pronouncing wrong probably the entire time, if these guys actually want to get this territory, that's gonna be, they'll probably be able to win that. These guys are starting to become pretty powerful. They haven't been able to create the kingdom title yet. I don't know if that's because the Emirates have been keeping them at bay, which they have their capital out here in the island. I don't know if this is because this is the official duchy. Yeah, that is the official duchy, but they somehow managed to get quite a bit of mainland. And then we have this guy, which is the Duchy of Murcia, which is actually a one-province duchy. So that's just the Taifa states basically for you, but they're kind of powerful. The West has definitely consolidated into two duchies, and we have one small duchy here of Cordoba, which is a holy site actually for the Muslims on the Iberian Peninsula. So we also have this one. This somehow became a French Catholic county or province, just chilling in the middle of the Iberian Peninsula. We had negotiated an alliance under Alfonso VI, but after Alfonso died, after Alfonso the Sixth died, we kind of lost this alliance. And the problem with this guy is that I'm afraid that he's going to get swallowed. If we don't ally with him, I'm afraid he's going to get swallowed by the Dehunids, and that's going to be another good Catholic state gone in the Iberian Peninsula. And basically, what am I trying to say here? Another basically Islamic ran province, basically, by the Andalusians. They are Andalusian, so that's an Arab group. That's an Arab group culture, and they are Muslim, but you can see the top lineage is Catholicism. This is the variant of Islam. Mostly here is Mawalidism, which I think we've said in the past. This is a more lenient version of Islam, at least in this game. Let's see here. So I don't really know what we can do with this guy. We could conquer him, which we don't have a Casus Belli. That's true. We actually don't have that much prestige, since we are a new king. Alfonso had tons of prestige, especially after the Holy War, right? Did we have a Holy War? No, I don't think we did. I think what happened was Callistus III, who's still our Pope. He's getting a little old, but he's still the Pope here. Philippe is still the King of France, who has been excommunicated, just like Alfonso VI has been excommunicated by Callistus III. But I think Callistus III said that he was allowing crusades, but he didn't actually call a crusade. And Callistus III actually has a positive opinion of me, mainly because he thinks I'm humble. Or I'm humble, so that's where the positive's coming from. My personal diplomacy is apparently so bad. Yeah, we need a child. We need a bunch of children, And the fact, I don't know how long we've been married to Queen Beatrice Rodriguez of Lara. So this is a local, yeah, Count Tello's older sister's her wife. She is strong, which is a good congenital trait, to be honest. I personally like Genius the most, but Strong is decent because that is a health boost, and more prowess. Whether or not that's passed on to our children, we clearly have a child who doesn't have it, so yeah. I don't really want another martial education, though, because I'm learning. So when we're talking about focus, you can tell this is a new recording session because, when I do recording sessions, when I start, I'm more talkative. When I end them, I become less talkative because I'm just done with the game and need a break. Yeah, our martial here. So diplomacy, obviously, I really like Ducal Conquest now, because Ducal Conquest is going to allow us to expand to the east to get that Duchy of Aragon, which I'd like to get done, and then probably push downwards, maybe. Our diplomacy is that bad, so that it's actually giving people a negative opinion. So this would help, boosting diplomacy. I like intrigue, but I don't think it's right now that important to us. And education is decent because you can actually, I'm pretty sure open-minded does help quite a bit with, different culture. It just makes it so that, I believe this makes it so that people are just not as mad at you. Generally speaking, open-minded, I've seen to, it seems to reduce the amount of rebellions that you'll see with, people from a different cultural group, especially, getting angry at you. That's why I was saying, like, oh, Aragonese, that's kind of fine. This is still Aragonese, or has this been flipped? Okay, this is the only Aragonese province left. And then Basque and Australianese is pretty dominant over here. Don't know how it went over there. Is that because of the... This is Galician. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the... you actually hold this province, and you're the Duchy of Portugal, which unfortunately Porto here is... has that been, like, completely flipped? No, it's still a Galician... Culturally, the religion definitely has been flipped. Yeah, I'd like to get this back, but I mean, technically the Duchess, I guess, because it's female right now, she could go after this if she wanted to. But the problem is that these states are starting to get kind of strong here now that they've consolidated. These type of states here have consolidated a little bit. Okay, so these guys are still at war, but this is like a lower level war, right? This guy's not involved. And you're allied to this guy running his pathetic duchy. Is the pathetic one county emirate. And France is still doing not well. Looks like Aquitaine expanded a little bit. Maybe I just didn't notice that before, but France is kind of... They definitely had some kind of independence war going on with Aquitaine, Upper Burgundy... Yeah, Upper Burgundy, and then these little counties up here declaring independence, and it looks like they haven't recovered. So it looks like one of these might have been two of these might have been snagged by the HRE. And there's also one over here. So what are we gonna do? Well, we have a sway scheme. I'm just gonna look at who's here. At the end of the day, he has a hook on us. But we have his blackmail, because this guy's the cannibal, right? Simon the Cannibal of Soria, right? I actually haven't really seen that many cannibals in this game, to be honest. I know they exist, obviously, but this is kind of like the first one where... Yeah. I've also noticed that nicknames, at least CK2, when I played CK2, it seemed pretty easy to get a nickname. But here it seems like it's not that common. I know somebody here got foolish. I think it was like one of your ancestors. Was it your dad? Fernando the Great. Somebody here got foolish. I don't know if I'm dreaming, or maybe that was in a different let's play or something. I know somebody got foolish. I think that was just different time. We're allied with Navarra, which probably means she can't join a faction against me. I don't really know how that works. Yeah, you can't start a faction against an ally. Yeah. It's not terrible to form alliances internally, because at least they can't revolt against you. The problem is that we need an ally that has men, and the problem is the easiest way to do that is to marry children off, right? So our wife, I don't know. Okay, fertility. That's actually kind of why I was looking at learning, I think, was fertility. Which one gives fertility? Not restraint, because that's going to give us celibacy, which is the opposite of what we want to do. That's disease. Wash your hands. Is it carefree? Which one of these is... Oh, that's probably the... is it here? Family hierarchy? No, I don't know. Is that a decision? Go on a pilgrimage, host a feast, call a hunt, or search for a physician. We still have a physician, right? Yeah, she's 51. Lesbian physician, yeah. Okay, we got a genius 46-year-old. Wow. I'm like, you almost never find these guys, but okay. Will not be born into a house. I kind of want genius children, because that means I can actually marry my children to a genius. The problem is that if you're a lowborn and you're local, fellow Basque, we're not gonna get an alliance, right? So this is more like marrying for eugenics. See, the problem is that we married you to, what is this? Ruthenia. Let me look at that again. Where's Ruthenia? All the way over there. How do you have a claim on Ruthenia? I'm kind of intrigued by that. Let's see here. A weak claim, okay. I mean, I understand the Kingdom of France claim. But Ruthenia is not owned by the Capets, so I don't know how. She's not your wife, but she's decent looking. She's a fornicator, isn't she? She is lustful. Yeah. Well. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that it's a bastard with the blonde hair, and you and your wife are not blonde. And pretty far up you have to go. Well, not far up. That's more like the child's grandfather, great-grandfather was blonde. So. But this is kind of... Oh, these are two different kingdoms. Okay. So, this is the kingdom she has a claim on. How does she have a claim on this? Is it like a grandparent or something? Common grandparent? I don't know. That is kind of interesting, but I'm not sure how she has a claim on Ruthenia. Anyways, we haven't run the clock in, and we're like 15 minutes in, so I apologize if I'm boring you guys. Oh, here's Christina. So Christina's still alive. She's 70 years old. This is the person that they keep trying to install in like the early episodes of this series, that they kept trying to install onto the Leonese throne. Which in retrospect, I don't really know how she's, not in retrospect, but in general, I just don't understand. Oh, here's the link. Alfonso V, the noble of Castile. His parents are Bermudo and Ordoño, which went to, I don't know why they have U's. I guess it's just the Australianese spelling. Bermuda III, which didn't have any children. Mendo II of Portugal. Was this relatively recent then? 1008. No, it's not. Okay. I guess, okay, let's take a look here. We have this. She wants this bastard out of jail for 10 gold. We have actually quite a bit of gold. Greetings. Araman Jimena is dear to me. 10 gold for a bastard. I mean, sure. Where is he? Okay, this is where he is. Okay. So this is Anso's, this was Anso the Fourth's son, basically. Oh, well, bastard son. With Ximena, or Ximena? Ximena? Yes, this is Spanish, not Chinese. Yeah. Dead now. What did she die from again? Complications of a failed treatment. Okay. I'll take that. 2 children, Araman and Eureka, which is another bastard. So basically all the children she had was bastards. Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna run the clock. Our hook on Count Simon has expired. That's not great. I probably shouldn't have ran the clock then if I knew that was gonna happen, because now I can't imprison him and use the hook. So this guy, negative 100. Is he a powerful vassal? That probably would have answered yes. Who are we swaying? We're swaying our court chaplain. Our archbishop, I guess, is the... I don't know, they changed the name. Yeah, archbishop. What am I trying to do here? I don't know. I guess we can just run the clock. When are we going to be able to change this? 3rd of September at 11:02. Okay, so that's a couple... 3 years down the road, something like that. Okay. Let's take a look at what this offer is for. Unfortunately, stuttering, but sure. You're gonna give me gold. This is what, your child? Your primary heir. No, it's not your primary heir, but it's probably one of your children, right? I don't like how when I open the dynasty tree, it just doesn't take me to like the character, but it goes to the dynasty head. I get why they do that, but I wish I could open it to the character that I clicked on. Greetings, my liege. I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Monterrey. It'll be a grand affair. Do I want to go to a feast? I'm probably going to get fatter, which at 30, that's not going to help me, but because I have a strong future ahead of me still. But there might be events that actually might be beneficial. But I could also get screwed, so there's also that consideration. Pardon granted. On Count Simon, that's not kind of unfortunate, actually. Mayor Pedro gains 20 opinion of me. I mean, might as well get the chance for friendship, right? Okay, so, Countess, Chamoa? Bisexual, of Monterrey. That's what, the wife of the guy who invited us? Yeah. Let's instead talk about her, which is going to give us a chance to get a relationship, a friendship with her. Okay, so let's see here. So, Muñoz Gundemares. I'm willing to release Minogar from my care, but freedom does not come for free. Okay, so Tello is trying to charge me 20 gold to get this guy out of jail. Let's take a look at this dynasty. This is Cristina. Cristina's the dynasty head. I can't wait until she's not the dynasty head. I don't think we actually have a rivalry with her, but I have a personal rivalry with her. So this is all the way over here. He's a bastard. He's 19 years old. He has a whole future ahead of him. Yeah, there's a lot of bastards on this side of the tree. I don't know. I guess I'll accept it. We have 720 gold. We probably should be reinvesting that. Feast, mutual spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Count Sancho. We spoke all evening about the matters of subjects, and as things would have it, we seem to have a lot in common. Well, that's good to know. And 15 opinion, and chance of gaining a relationship with them. Okay, so that was mostly... Christina finally died. Christina finally died. She died of old age. Yeah. And her husband died from his wounds. And who is... this is Ostorius. Who's head of this place now? You're in jail. Yeah, I'm not letting you out. What's this? Winter Soldier. Movement speed in provinces affected by winter plus 25%. I haven't really seen this one before. Rodrigo is molded by the bitter cold. He knows how to turn it to his advantage. Not amazing for Iberian, but if you were like, you know, one of these Nordic states, that would have been useful, especially Iceland, all the way up here. But I mean, at the same time, nobody's bugging Iceland because they're just so far up in the upper corner there. Yeah, I guess we're just running the clock even more. Okay, returning home. We didn't really have that much stress, but I think we might have lost a little bit that we built up. Okay, so we're still looking at royal prerogative, which would allow us to actually be able to increase our crown authority again, because we need royal prerogative. You recently increased crown authority. More like I recently decreased crown authority by faction demand. We need a bunch of prestige, which we're still net negative with our prestige, actually. And, yeah, actually, what's the vassal opinion now? This is just, neutral, right? Yeah, so it's not a positive nor a negative. Well, here we would have had a negative 10. I don't know how our vassals are faring now, but it looks like it's still net negative across the board. She's focusing on chivalry. We don't need chivalry at the moment. Let's focus on politics because we're bad with diplomacy as a leader. Like this character is bad with I mean, it's not that bad with diplomacy. Wait, why was the Pope saying that we were terrible at diplomacy? Personal diplomacy +6. I don't know. Callistus III seemed to be fine now. Before you had a -3, beginning of the episode. So I don't know. Let's run the clock. Oh, can we change? No, it's still 1099. I'm hoping these guys don't get absorbed by the time we're able to unlock Ducal Conquest. Your mother drank herself to death. I see. 10 stress is like nothing, though. Okay, so we have a task finished. So you finished promoting culture. So Zaragoza has been flipped to Castellian at this point, which means we don't really have to worry about Andalusian culture at this point in our realm. Which means that I can now focus on just doing more petty stuff like removing Aragonese, right? Last province practicing Aragonese, we can get rid of that. Get them on the Castellian train. Control. Yeah, control is something we probably we need to actually keep that in mind. I want to look at this menu. Overall seems fine. Welcome administration and locals pacified. I'm looking for debuffs. Okay, this one has a debuff. Mismanaged population. So Santiago really is the one that needs control the most. Although Zaragoza has really low control, mainly because we just conquered them. He had a child. That's actually great. Unfortunately, not a genius, though. Do you have more than one children? No. Germano de Yanguas. Yeah. Named it after yourself, actually. But that's fine. Quick is better than or intelligence better than nothing, but could be better. Okay, you were disinherited, adult or drunkard, and you want to pay 10 gold for me? Sure. Alliance expired with Duchess Estefania. My alliance with Duchess Estefania has ended since Duke Araman Garcias of Navarra and Duchess Estefania are no longer married. Okay, so why did we have an alliance through you? Are you, like, in our... Yeah. Ah, I see. You were, flagellant. Flagellant? Complications, died from his wounds. Was it related to this? I don't know. Arranged marriage. We don't really have many options for you, to be honest. Can we get, yeah, it's the same story. The question is I have a weak claim on Navarra. Along with Duchess Estefania, which, by the way, her husband was the king of this title. Okay. And Ramiro here also has this claim because Ramiro is in this dynasty, the House Navarra, which is technically a sub-dynasty of Jimena, if I recall. You also have Navarra. A lot of people have a claim on Navarra. Good thing that title doesn't exist. I mean, technically it has the Jure. It doesn't have the Jure counties, actually. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have de jure, right? Navarra, right? Kingdom of Navarra, zero de jure duchies. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, so those claims are completely meaningless that we see in the character screen. Okay, I'm looking just for people to marry. Not myself, but military strength. Let's say not Iberian. And we just get a bunch of bishops. Oh, great. This is my archbishop right here. We get a Sardinian. Archbishop Adriano of Leon. Okay. What's this? Shrewd. Is this actually like inheritable? Life has taught Daupheriu the value of good judgment and a sharp wit. Okay. Probably not able to marry. Yeah, you don't even have the option. You're not single. No. You're useless because we don't have our alliance with France from your marriage. So I mean you're pretty much useless to us. Let's see here. Marital status, unmarried. Let's go with gender female. Yeah, not a lot of options, and you know, no one here is actually going to give us any sort of military strength. She has a claim on France, but she's not giving an alliance with France, right? So that's unfortunate. I guess there's nothing else for us to do, just to run the clock. We have a rally point here, but I don't know what these guys are doing. Are you dealing with a war or something? Estefania in the war against the tyranny of Duchess Estefania. Okay, whatever. We're swinging Archbishop. We're getting there. No factions yet. I'm gonna say that, and then... Okay. So we got a Marshal perk, which we're gonna have to wait a long time because this game's not going fast at the moment. We wanted to change our sway scheme. Who do we want to sway? Basically pick anyone. You are actually ugly. No, you're club-footed. Okay. Thought you were gonna have the ugly trait. I can't sway you because you're a child. Okay. Can't sway child. Are you also a child? probably. Next easiest would be you, which you're definitely an adult. Yeah, so shifting gears. Rodrigo's gonna get all our titles so far, which is fine. Oh, Count Rodrigo has escaped the dungeons. Okay, well, he's probably under house arrest, let's be honest. That's right, Marshal perk. Cassus belly cost reduction by 50%. Right now, this is not useful. Control growth increase, I'll take that. That would be a nice next step, just to improve control. Which we're still trying to focus on Zaragoza to increase control over there. Conversion forever for 5 years. I guess we're still trying to flip them to Catholicism. Yeah, so they were more receptive to culture than... My vassal has informed me of an obscure law in the county of Olmedo that states none but the king may be his protector. Normally such an archaic law would be dismissed, but it offers me a unique chance to put Countess Elo, my vassal and current ruler of the county of Olmedo, in her place. So she's a powerful vassal. I get an unpressed claim. I mean, unpressed claim's not good enough. I'm just going to give her the opinion. Let's see here. Greetings, my liege. Your son Rodrigo has taken great interest in my work as your chancellor. As of late, if you will graciously allow me to spend some time with the young man, he is sure to learn quite a few things about politics, etiquette, and diplomacy. Actually, I'm not against that idea, to be honest. Ponce will get a weak hook on me. Ponce becomes Rodrigo's mentor, and Ponce will teach Rodrigo about his responsibilities as chancellor. Do I want to do the intrigue challenge? Just to not get the hook? My intrigue is crap. But I don't really want the hook. Yeah, I don't really want the hook, so I'll just go for that. Okay, we have this one here, which is easy decline. Pravia. Yeah, no, that's no for me. Despite strict scrutiny, Ponce, my spy, was unable to find anything that might persuade me to believe his intentions are nothing but pure. He truly seems interested in only helping my son become a better ruler. Well, no harm in letting it continue then. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. No need to worry about a hook then. That's pretty good. So, Count Jimeno has become your marshal. I mean, it's not a terrible martial skill. I think we said this guy had amazing learning skill. He's not terrible with martial, but probably worse than what we had before. I like that genius trait, but yeah. Concerning tutelage, Chancellor Ponce's tutelage of my son is already bearing fruit. Rodrigo has learned a lot more than I dared to hope, and he's taking some of his future responsibilities much more seriously than before. That's good. He's going to be in our heir. Gained 15 opinion of Mayor Ponce for 10 years, and his diplomacy was increased by 2, and 25 opinion he gained. So your diplomacy is still not great. Can we actually... No, you're actually weak on diplomacy because you're bossy. So why do we not have more children? Like, seriously, this is pretty bad luck. Cousin slain in battle. My cousin Anso was slain during the Battle of Navarra. By, who? Bernard? Okay, so some nobody killed my, cousin. It's not great. Nothing interesting, so let's just run the clock at this point. Greetings, my liege. Blessings upon you and your house. I have been a good vassal to you, blah, 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 blah. My current contract, so he's looking for normal levy contributions. That's not terrible. For, Amaya. touring the backwaters, I rub my throbbing temples as a functionary reads me the dozenth communique from Leon this year. Several such important fiefs have seen my control wane in recent months. A small tour of these remote lands, as is my God-given duty, could place them and a little more firmly under my thumb. On the other hand, my cousin Count Ramiro has invited me to a private feast. Well, I think I'd rather not go to the feast, to be honest. Control level, yeah, that control level is also really nice. Okay, so we managed to sway this Duchess. Now she's positive in terms of opinion. My Chancellor of Veku has died. Okay, let's see. Stewardship. I could put you on here. The strongest we have is 18, so I might as well slap you on here, Mr. Simon the Cannibal, and see what how you'll be able to handle this situation. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna be. Oh, she's still on court politics for my wife. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really else for her to do at this point. Oh, these guys, they split. Oh, she's pregnant, finally. I can't wait for another child. Seize the Duchy of Portucale. We don't have the prestige for that. Okay, so there's something going on up here. Okay, sinful archbishop. That's not our archbishop. That was sinful. Duchess Loba's not swayed. Courtier released. This guy was removed from prison by him. Okay. We were ransomed last time. We actually have a lot of gold. Dear my liege, I hereby invite you to a feast in my court in Santiago. I mean, the vents that fire there might be useful to us, but I don't really want to go. We don't have stress. I guess I'll just go there. Let me see here. I was thinking about investing. Yeah, let's levies and cash, or just levies. Let's go for levies and cash. Yeah, levies and cash. Lyon is the capital. So while we have a lot of money, mainly because the the religion, or not religion, the culture doesn't have the right innovations. Hill forts, hill farms, hunting grounds, that's it. I'm gonna go with hunting grounds as our last pick. This is gonna be pretty expensive, but we'll upgrade to Saria in Lyon, since that's our main thing, and that's definitely throwing most of the cash down the drain. And then we can just do more hunting grounds over here inside our duchy, and that's basically all of our cash going into investments. Warm welcome. Every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host, Countess Estefania, has welcomed all of us to the feast. Better be worth my time. Okay, so we got a daughter. Christina, do we want to name her Christina? I think that name has scarred me a little bit for a while. Isabel's not bad. Eva's not bad too. Let's call her Eva. It's fine. Feast. Countess Estefania thinks she has to claim my ideas of warfare are misguided. Yeah, how dare she? Claiming that my ideas would break down the moment the combat is met. What does she know? I don't want to actually go on the battlefield with her, but yeah, that is 11:02, but it's not September. I believe we have to wait until September before I can shift this to diplomacy. Yeah, 3rd of September. Well, we're getting there. Conversation partner. One plate of food is replaced by the next. My vassal Countess Estefania goes on about ancient military campaigns. Let's talk about Estefania instead. It's going to be less controversial. I don't think she's even a martial she has some martial expertise, although I think I'm 4 stars. She's 3 stars. Farewell. Okay, so we're getting to September. We got a martial perk. That's actually pretty good. Let's go for strict organization since that's more control. Let's see here. Levy volunteers. County of Alta Aragon gained willing levies. That's great. So it's additional 25% for levies. And let's see here. Task finished. So that's the control task. Okay, that's excellent. So, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Control's looking actually better across the board than when I last looked at it. This Visu looks to be the worst, so I'll just shift gears over here. Though I don't know if any of these ones have debuffs or something. This one has a negative mismanaged population, which is pretty not great. That debuff I probably... it's not even... The control there is not even that low. You have the same... collecting war taxes. Which is holding taxes gain 15%, but reduced development and major reduction in opinion. So, not great, but it's kind of not our issue. We got diplomatic expertise for her, which is extra +1. That's going to expire when? That's permanent? Okay. Let's see here. Delighted if your son and heir could visit my court. I guess. I don't think he's going to die, right? Oh, we can actually shift our focus. Diplomacy... Do I want... Ooh. Let's go for fertility. Actually, I would probably go with Majesty for the prestige game, because I know we're pretty weak on the prestige side of things, but family focus, fertility, we're kind of, we don't have that many children, which is in a sense decent. Yeah, let's go for alliance power. So the Duchy of Tuscany has more men than Bohemia. That is indeed the case, at least at the moment. This is the Duchy of Aquitaine, which is 4.1k men. That's a bit more local. Lower Lorraine? Lower Lorraine? I don't know where that is. Let's go. Do we want... She's this is an 11-year gap, though. I think Spinetto di Canosa? Spinetto di Canosa is probably our best bet, to be honest. Matrilineally, no. Yeah, matrilineally changes the situation by quite a bit, huh? 2.3k is the best we can do with a matrilineal marriage. Yeah, let's go for Spinetto. It's going to be under the De Luca dynasty, which is fine. Insignificant. Not very well known dynasty. This is their legacies, actually. That's not what I meant to open, but sure. And similar, okay. Yeah, 4.9k is not bad. I'll take 4. That's almost 5k. I don't know if that duchy is gonna stay big enough for long enough that it's gonna stay at basically just under 5k. I don't even know where this duchy is. Can I actually see Weird Tuscany? Oh, it's Tuscany. Yeah, so it's right here in Italy. I mean, I knew it was in Italy, but it's right by Pisa. Okay. Okay. Good to know. How wide is Tuscany? They even went to these islands here. What is this called? Sardinia or something like that. I probably got that really wrong, but who knows? I also am noticing that the this episode has been dragging on for like 45 minutes. So I'll probably end the episode here, and we'll start another episode, I guess.